Morning. Right. Latest video of fuel can design and build involving Project Clifford. I have just collected a set of seats which will be utilised for the camper build. In the back now, so we'll have a little bit of a reveal. These are from a 2010 Vauxhall Zafira. So full set of leather seats, which was what we wanted, just easy to maintain and clean. So we'll move into the van now and I'll show you the fitting of the front seat. This is the passenger seat assembly. We've already acquired the single driver's seat base from a similar age to Vauxhall Movano. They are a generic item. So we bolted that in because we'd had the other seats, the Audi TT seats, temporarily because we had sold the double seat base and we still needed to drive the van around. So that's been bolted in. Now, it bolts directly in. There's no additional drilling required. This is a Protec swivel seat base. Very low profile, handle on the side, locks in various places. Really well made system. Great if you've got a van that's slightly unusual, or slightly older and you can't get a FASP seat base or one of the other manufacturer seat bases for it. Lots of fixing holes in it, so they are fairly generic, but you do potentially have to make some additional holes in your seat bases. These are some laser cut 3mm steel adapter plates, again designed with holes in place to bolt directly into the Protec. Now, I have noticed that these we had test fitted them, there's a little bit of a bend in this, so I might upgrade these to 5mm. We'll just keep an eye on it and see how we go. So there we go, both front seats installed. Driver seats already spun around. They can be a little bit more awkward to move around even with the expensive FASP bases. You've got the handbrake sometimes in the way. It can either be mounted to the seat base or mounted to the floor, but often or not, when you come to spin it round, it'll conflict a little bit with that. It'll conflict a little bit with the steering wheel. Passenger seats are a little bit more easy because there's nothing around them conflicting them. But again, with these seat bases, case of spinning it all the way around, and then also you can utilise the runner to drop it further back. Once you've got the seat platform in, which will be utilised with that rear seat as well, you've got somewhere nice to rest your feet. We're going to look at adding a table in here as well because this will become our lounge area. The other good thing I forgot to mention regarding the Zafira seats is because it's a nice wide seat and it's got a runner at each end, locating it over anything like a central mounted petrol tank or an exhaust system, or in fact, as with this van, you've got two chassis rails running along. So I checked first before purchasing the seats, and this will sit either side of the chassis rails, so you're able to bolt it directly through the floor. This is the Zafira rear seat, as I showed you earlier. Now, there's a button on the side which allows the base section to lift, which gives you access to storage underneath. It also allows you to move the seat slightly further forward up to the back of the front seats if you had storage space behind it or anything else of that nature. So that, the backs drop down. Now all three drop down, which do give you, not flat, but it could be utilised with the addition of a platform as a sleeping area maybe, depending on how many berth van you're looking for. Both sides go up, which also give you then little flat drinking area and armrest, integrated seatbelt in the middle, which can be used in the middle or utilised also potentially to the side if you remounted the buckle. Would also prevent you then, if you only needed two seats, having a seatbelt crossing over the van where the sliding door is. This seatbelt can obviously be configured up into the C pillar of the van. So that is the rear seat for our van.
50mm box section frames made, welded, bolted to both sides of the van seat runners. So that is our rear triple seat in place.
So there we go, seats offered in, front seats fully fitted. Still need access for the welding, so we're not bolting in. But yeah, a good point to get to. We can now measure off the back of the van, see what space is left. We can work out bed, storage, kitchen, any other elements that are going into it. So yeah, a good point to get to. We'll probably do a little planning video, I think, just to work out the space and just bring you along for that, so you can see what we're putting into the van and where best that's going to fit. But as always, thanks for joining us. I'm Mark, this is Fuel Can, this is Project Clifford, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care, keep safe.